Hello everybody, this is Juanita K. I am here today to talk about character development. Now your characters always seem to have a mind of their own, and there's a reason for that. Each of your characters needs to have a backstory. It doesn't matter if they're a secondary character, main character, as long as they have some kind of function in your book, they have to have a backstory. Even if you don't show it in the book, you need to have it in the back of your mind. Those backstories can help you decide what they would do in certain situations. For instance, a character who has spent their whole life always in the company of somebody else. Let's say it's a young person who got married straight out of high school. They've had a family. They've never lived alone. People like that, put them in a situation where, they're suddenly thrust into something by themselves, like if something happened to their family, if they're on a vacation somewhere by themselves, their behavior would be very peculiar because it's something that they're not used to and they don't know what to do with themselves. And then take another character that is exactly the opposite. Somebody who has, spent their whole lives basically alone. They never got married, they never had kids, they've lived alone for a long time, they don't depend on anyone, they're fiercely independent. That character would do something completely opposite of what the other character would do. So you need to have characters' backstories figured out before you start to write, because that can make a big difference. There's a couple having dinner at a table. The waitress comes up and takes their order. The person ordering food is being really rude and obnoxious and just being a jerk, basically. So the waitress, having dealt with this for so long, she's tired of it, she hates her job, she wants something better in life, and she just can't stand it, so she lashes out at this person and she gets in trouble. And then there's another type of person where the waitress would not have done that. The waitress was, she was tight on cash. She couldn't lose the job, basically. She needed the money. She has a child to support. She's all alone in the world. She doesn't have a husband, and her family is all gone. So she needs that money. She needs that job. She needs to have security in her job. So she's more likely to be nicer to the customer, even if they're being jerks to her. She'll try to smooth everything over and make sure the customer's happy, get the manager if they ask for him, and try to give them free crap. You know how that works. If you get stuck on a character, if you don't know what they would do in a certain situation, if you want to get to know your character just a little bit better, try to imagine a different situation. Put them somewhere else in a different location. Put them in a room by themselves or just in another situation and see how they react to the room. Or another way that you can do it is have that character write a letter to somebody, because just the act of writing something down in that character's point of view can help you to establish what kind of person they are. Especially depending on who they're writing that letter to. It could be like writing home to mom and dad, it could be like writing to their best friend, it could be writing to their spouse or brother, sister. It depends on who they're writing it to and what kind of language they use in the letter, what kind of content that they put in it. Are they good people, bad people? Are they willing to sell their grandmother for a dime? You never know. These things do not need to appear in your novel, but it will help you to decide whether or not your character, even though if they're not a main character or secondary character, it would help you to decide what that character is planning on doing, what they would do in a certain situation. And that's the bottom line. That's what you need to figure out. Every character needs to have a backstory. Every character needs to have some depth in some way. As long as they're a character that has something to do with your book, if they have some kind of a cameo in your book, if they make a decision about something, or if they interfere with what your main characters are doing, or if they're just, caught up in the middle of it, they need to have some kind of a backstory in your own mind and not on paper that tells you what this character would do. So that's something that you need to be aware of. So there you have it. That is going to be my first topic. I haven't made very many of these videos. This is kind of like I'm starting fresh. I had a previous YouTube channel and I still have it, but it's had a variety of different topics and different hobbies that I've been into in the past. It's got photography stuff, it's got home improvement stuff, office improvements, and they don't all fit into the AuthorTube community, so I have created an AuthorTube channel specific to AuthorTube content, and that's what this channel is. This was just a short video about your characters and them having backstories and how the backstories can make your character seem more three-dimensional, basically. Thank you so much for visiting my channel today. If you're still with me, I appreciate it. And if you do like the video, hit like. Think about subscribing if you wish. I am a new channel, and every time that you click like or subscribe, it helps me with the YouTube algorithm, which we all love and fear at the same time, and I would really appreciate it. So have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye. Water, coffee, chai tea. Not as hot as it used to be. Well, it'll make me too hot anyway.